Okay. Remember, recover, return. Let me hit you with this. Your intuition is not magic. And what absolutely proves it is everybody is going by their intuition, whether they're Christian, Muslim, Mormon, whatever, that we know of over here in the West. We're not judging people that we don't know about. We're not saying that in any general way at all. What we're saying is that your intuition, which everyone uses to believe in God, is not magic. And a lot of New Age Western women, they will not admit it because it means admitting that their intuition isn't perfect and that they're not perfect on this magic level. Well, me and Maria have come to tell you that intuition sucks compared to magic. Magic is the power of revelation to manifest in this world through the magic of your words, which will change reality, change the vibration, move the frequency. And that is good news if you feel like anywhere is better than here. Anywhere is better than here. Anywhere is better than here. Vibrationally, when you're sick, when you're depressed, when you have realized that you've been going down a long street that's a dead end. One time, no lie, me and my friend took a bunch of acid when we were 18, 19. And we drove to Texas to go to the beach from Missouri, which is a, good 16 hours or 15 hours or something. And we just didn't know what we thought we were going the right way, and we got pulled over by a cop who did not harass us anyway. I don't even think he got out of the car. He just drove up beside us. He pulled us over, drove up beside us, and he said, "Hey, are you guys from out of town?" We said, "Yeah." And they said, "You're trying to get to the beach, right?" We said, "Yeah." And he said, "There's nothing this way. This is undeveloped land. It just ends in the ocean, like a couple miles down from here." We're like, "Oh, thank you so much. We don't know what we're doing." And that's a real feeling. And what should you blame? Your intuition. Why'd you become a Christian? Because you believed in your heart, which means your intuition. Why did you become a Muslim? Because your family told you, and they told you they believed in their heart, and you should believe in your heart, and you believed that you believed in your heart. And that's why they don't want you to remember back on Venus. You are what you believe, my nigga. You are what you believe. Do you understand? In that world, what you believe means everything. That means what you are, who you are. Like in this world, it is what? You are what you eat. Because we're physical beings. It's literally true. You see someone that eats nothing but junk, and look at them. They are what they eat. In the exact same parallel way, in a world where you don't have to eat, you are what you believe. And Aleister Crowley, through the goofy, we say goofy, Maria said, "Joe, is cuntish a word that people say? Cuntish? in their own cuntish way, cunts like Blavatsky, Oprah Winfrey, you know, Piss on Me Hall, Manly, I'm a banker, little pussy Hall. The manly, really? How manly? How manly, my nigga? You probably couldn't get it up if Maria Orsic was naked before you. Is that how manly you are, pussy Hall? And we, you might think, wow, man, this guy's crazy. He's talking to dead people. He's taunting Manly P. Hall. Why would somebody do that? He's a great spiritual teacher. Yeah, just like the latest teen sensation is a great artist like Picasso or Mozart, right? Today's world would make you think, Katy Perry is Mozart. Morgan Wallen. I'm trying to think of someone that, everyone likes, and I can't because our age is dead. What are you going to tell us? Morgan Wallen's Bach? Well, as Big Audio Dynamite, a great songwriter, Mick Jones, Jewish, but not practicing, of course. He gave up his Jewishness for punk. As the great Mick Jones would say, in one of his classic songs that I can't quite remember, he said, well, it's not Mozart. Meaning he would never compare himself. I mean, really? This is what we're told is great? Really? This is what we're told? This we're entertaining you, not trying to inform you. These catchphrases. I today, right now, November 17th, the Trump MAGA people who are still on with the clown are just they're just squealing like little animals because they know they're backed into a corner and everyone sees it wrong. But I've seen rich boy Tucker Carlson literally bullying, knocking motherfucking bankers to the ground because they're such pussies. But Ben Shapiro with his little hat is on something, and he's saying, something like Tucker Carlson's an anti-Semitic, Trump-hating, and everyone's happy and proud to hate Trump now. They don't even realize that. They're still trying to use that against people. They're like, he don't like the make-it-face clown. They're like, look at him. He don't like the make-it-face clown. I mean, look at the fucking McDonald Trump clown, and this guy don't like him anymore. As if they're riding this wave of momentum and power of like, man, Trump is a leader, just caked in makeup, skin fucking falling off his face. Just absolutely caught red-handed with, like, Megyn Kelly's literally making an excuse for him. Like, well, they're not 8. I mean, and she's saying Epstein, she knows that it's Trump. Everybody knows. Everybody feels it. Trump is a pedophile. Ronald McDonald, he's got all that clown makeup on because under that clown makeup, he's Jeffrey Dahmer. He's ready to fucking blood sacrifice and eat people. How you think you stay that healthy eating McDonald's every day? Seed. He's the seed oil king. Ronald McDonald, king of the seed oil. And according to Maria Orsic, the worst thing you can put in your body is seed oil. It's on a long-term basis, that's worse than sugar. And we're talking natural foods. Unnatural foods are unnaturally out of the question. It's like Peter Tosh's song, like, I don't drink red, green, pink soda pop. Nothing looks like that. I mean, you get the fuck out of here. I remember, back in the 90s, someone said to me, you know how much sugar is in just one can of soda? And they showed me like 6 tablespoons. I was like, damn, dude, there's like almost 2 ounces of fucking sugar in that can. He's like, that's why their biggest problem is making it, thin, like watery. It's fucking thick with so much sugar, so they ultra process the sugar. And that's why they brought in the high fructose corn syrup. And why are we saying this? Because listen, our people, we either live by principles or we don't. The number one principle while you are in the matrix is put nothing bad in your body. And like Maria said, grains in general, all of them in general are right at the borderline of being bad for you. If you can, go completely without grains. You're like, how you're going to get your fiber from vegetables, salads, all that. And if you need, just buy probiotic fiber. They have it's called like inulin. It's probiotic fiber. Buy that. It's better than putting something bad in your body. Because the grains might have a little fiber, but the damage they do of making you fat, making you stupid, because they have no nutrition whatsoever. They're just sort of like an emergency thing if a mass population was starving. If a mass population, they're like an emergency food in case something happens. And, of course, they're perfect food for cows and pigs and other animals who are vegetarians. Their 8 stomachs are made for it. Are you following me? Is this logical? Am I crazy? Or are they crazy? Right? This might all sound crazy. But you see, there's also a Scorpio hidden intent that she'll make known later, that we're saying all this to undo the psychic entanglement that your goddamn fucking enemies have forced upon you, and you resent in the beginning because of the programming, because of the mind control. You resent me saying it, and you might say, "That's not Maria. It's not the Maria I know." Okay, you tell me your experience with the rivers. You tell me your experiences. I'm willing to listen. Okay? I hear you. You're calling me a liar. Or a dumbass who, I don't know. I don't know how that scenario plays out. Well, Joe's just dumb. I mean, that's why Maria chose him. Oh yeah, he's talking to Maria. There's something magic going on there. But he's, deceived. But he is talking to Maria. But she don't tell him, things we know about her. Like what? I've asked people. So tell me, someone sent me this thing of this fucking retarded girl going, "Oh, Maria Orsic was fucking people in the SS, and she was a normal whore that, was worried about what men thought of her." I curse you, stupid fucking bitch. Get the fuck out of here. You're fucking retarded. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're psychic. You're psychically fucking stupid. Why do I say that? Because when have you heard me speaking in someone else's name? Right? I've come here on behalf of Maria. I haven't, you don't hear me saying, "Well, I once was Hitler." I mean, that's like what this girl's saying. And check this out, guys. In another life, I was Napoleon. And my buddy over here was Abraham Lincoln. And our other friend, he was fucking John D. And fucking, you know what I mean? I mean, really, that's the level you think I'm talking on? You think I'm talking that absurd? You think it's that absurd that when I was 7 years old, there was a UFO in my backyard? It was a lady. She said, "I promise I'll come back." She came back when I was 21. A month later, I accidentally did 6-7 grams of mushrooms. Thought I died. Thought I, went to the afterlife. And 20 years after that, I start practicing sort of punk rock shaman, a sort of do-it-yourself shamanism, because I didn't have anyone. If I had someone, I would have loved to have someone there. And I did have someone there. It was the Missouri River goddess. She was just on another level. I would have never done it without her. She's the one that told me to do it. And the reason I believed her is she said, "I'm the one who brought Mindy here from Vietnam. I'm the one who brought you to this house by the river. And I'm the one who's been leading you to this night." That was my birthday the morning of my birthday, 2011. And she told me, "You've been thinking and reading about shamanism and Terrence McKenna and 5 grams of mushrooms." She was like, "You are the hero, Joe. You should do the heroic dose of mushrooms." Just like he said. And she said, "I'll be there." And she was. And here I am, 14 years and 3 months later. That's so absurd. That's like saying that you think you're Napoleon. And let me just throw out there right now, people have been listening to me. I've been talking about a person called Alaluja Whitehawk. Well, Whitehawk is Horus. Whitehawk, the reason this is it. The author of the pyramid text, right? they were in contact with the giant gods. And he was like the author, I'm talking about the author of the pyramid text, was in contact with the Aldebaran gods. And he said, Lucifer, how would you like to be portrayed in my book? I'm writing about you, in a sort of historical fictional way. How, since I know you, how would you like to be portrayed? He said, I'd like to be a human with a hawk's head, because I and the hawk are one. I am a hawk. Like I am the mushroom. Like I am the gnome, I'm the hawk. And it's a whole uniting of vibration when you can switch bodies with an animal. It makes you know, of course, logically, that you don't need humans as much as you thought you did, Just to lay it on the line. I mean, just simply like my cats, I spend, I feel guilty if I don't spend time loving them, and I try to squeeze them and love them. Anyone who has cats knows they don't like to be confined at all. But they're so used to it, they'll let me squeeze and hug them and kiss them. They've come to like it, even though their instinct is like, don't confine me. Because cats are, listen, cats, on the psychic realm, frequency, you might say, they totally prove that Christianity is the worst vibration that's ever come upon the earth. The Kali Yuga, last age, is because of Christianity. And the cat proves it. The domesticated house cat proves it, because they're so genetically afraid and yet love humans, but they know that a whole hordes of millions of crazy humans think that cats are bad luck. The cats are evil. The cats are just mean. The cats can't be understood, All of this, man, is actually real. I mean, you really want to get down to what's fucking real. Like Lou was saying right now, yeah, Joe, tell them the author's intent in the song Sympathy for the Devil by the Rolling Stones, written by Mick Jagger, after reading a book, I forget the name of it, but it's kind of a modern process church book about Lucifer, of course, telling the truth, right? What's the truth about this character, Lucifer? Well, the truth is, he's a literary, fictional archetype that many, many people have tried to live up to. Many people have been forced into that category. They didn't decide it, but others were like, you're like Lucifer. It's very much like saying, you're like Luke Skywalker. And, you know what I mean? But in this Kali Yuga Iron Age, things have like spread like a zombie disease. So the old archetypes are taking on new, out of time things, because after 1948, we live in a time that is not set. There's no set day for the world to end. You hear me? There's no set day for the world to end. Why is that? Because literally, this never happened. You're literally in technology, and the original history, first-time history, ended in 1948 on Earth and continued from that moment on Venus under Dome City. In the future. And if your intuition couldn't figure that out, your intuition can never be a substitute for experience, for data, for logic. Two different things. Experience is the collection of data, and then the logic, you understand what I'm saying? Your intuition cannot contradict that. When it does, your intuition is wrong. Right? In the natural, literal world, should you follow the rational, objective truth, or should you follow your intuition? Well, you have to follow your rational, objective truth until you become bored of the boring and you turn to magic. Now is the time to use your intuition. In other words, when you're out of your body, in between worlds, on the astral plane, is the time for your intuition. Your intuition will tell you mushrooms don't work. Your intuition will tell you Eckhart Tolle, the little dork, was right. Shamanism's bullshit. I seen this Indian guru saying there's nothing to ayahuasca, it's just pure drugs. I'm like, you are a cunt, dude. You're not Shiva. You're not Shiva. This person, it would be like, blah, 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 everything's energy, everything's peace and love. But plants, who cares about them? Unless you're going to eat them, but, the effects in other worlds, psychically, energetically, astrally, spiritually. You're telling me that plants play no part in it? Well, we're telling you, thank you for letting us know. You're nice, but you're not one of us, and we will gladly depart from you. Yeah, we'll gladly go our way. Okay. In your own world, you proved we're wrong because it's not your way. In my world, I give thanks and praise to the actual God who is the mushroom, to the God who is the species, who is the vibration of the mushroom. I give thanks to that. And I send it some Vril orgasmic energy, like a big bang, like a Thor's hammer, like a lion's roar from Maria. Hail Rhea. Hail Miss Our Rhea. Miss Our Rhea. I thank Maria so very much. And so what are we saying? Lewis, Horace, Alleluia. The intent, the person behind the author's intent was Lucifer, the person. Same with Jesus. Horus is Lu, who is also, as you see, this like continual tribute to the true self by the author. The same real person that inspired the character Horus on the pyramid is the same real person who inspired the person Jesus when, the actual truth about the real Jesus. And then we have the Jewish banker myth, right? There's two different versions. One, and it's a brilliant trick to put them together. There's the original First Time Earth version, and there's the Matrix version. And you know why that is? Listen to me close. Because the end of the world already happened. It proved not to have anything to do with the Bible. The end of the world already happened, and it totally proved not to have anything to do with the Bible. Because Horus is Jesus. Do you understand this character is in an archetypal fictional series spanning through time? And what is real reality? What you know it is, nigga. God said no to every single one of your real prayers because God don't exist. It's totally the likelihood of numbers. You know why every single person you ever prayed for with cancer fucking died? And you might be, well, they got chemotherapy, and what is the fucking use? So you're praying that the chemo will work when your all-powerful God could snap his fucking fingers and there would be no tumor? I mean, this is fucking children's play story shit. You know? Playtime in kindergarten. Well, God, if you won't heal her tumor, make the chemo work. All right, good old boy, and Trump's a motherfucking Christian, right? On Epstein Island, they were Trump's like, the only thing that matters is that I wasn't at Epstein's Island. I was in his bedroom. I was at his other house. I was at his ranch in Arizona. I was with girls inside of a private room, but I wasn't on the island. That's how fucking stupid he thinks you are. I never went to that island. You probably did go to that island, and who the fuck cares? No one cares that you didn't go to the island. The reporter should say, so what about the island? Big deal, you never went to the island. You went everywhere else. That's the point. The point, nigga, is you was hanging out with a child trafficker for 10, 20 years, and you knew it. You absolutely knew it. Believe it, the last thing these CIA pricks care about are children, right? The last thing. So what is at the top of the pyramid? The Eye of Horus, right? Why? Because in the reality that is present right now, there's one God who is the goddess, because they're one, and he is Horus, the horoscope race, the race of Vril people who go by the one true and proven religion. Worldwide, energetically, they are the horoscope race, the Horus. The children of Horus are the children of Lucifer, which is literally say the children of the light. But we're saying the light of this world, the light of an actual person who knows the context of the song, Sympathy for the Devil. Why would anyone say that? Why, who's the devil? Okay, so in the Bible, we have it set up like this. El Shaddai, who now is Yahweh in a progressive reincarnation. He is his son now. You know what? You see that trap? Jesus says, when you see me, you see the Father. In the Old Testament, it says about, quote, God, that he, how could God be a he? Well, because there's no goddess according to these fags. But he said to Moses, I told your dumbass ancestors that I was El Shaddai. Really? I'm Yahweh. You understand what that is? I told you I was God, but really I'm Satan.
Underneath the moonlit sky, feel the vibe. Island breezes whisper low like a life tribe. Nana dance to the night, heart so free. With every sway and step, she's a melody. Roots in the soil, love's the only guide. Na 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 na, guide us home. River of amor, flowing through our veins. True self-reflected in love's strong chains. Together we rise, wash away the stains. Our souls intertwine, dancing in refrain. In sunshine, we never lost, just found echoes of laughter. We grew to that sound. Colors of the sunset paint the ocean deep. With Nana's spirit, we're awake, never sleep. In your name we rise, no need to hide. The river speaks, it knows our name. Through every wave, we're called to reclaim. River of amor, flowing through our veins. True self-reflected in love's strong chains. Together we rise, wash away the stains. Our souls intertwine, dancing in refrain. Sunflower, light up and you shine, forever bright. In the rhythm of love we ignite.